What's going on, guys? Back here with another video. There has been a lot of progress on the USS Saratoga diorama I'm doing for the VFW. If you don't know, if you're new to the channel, you don't know, check out the first few episodes. I'll try to put a link in the description below. But let's get started. So first off, one of the things I'm working on here, I'll take a seat here for a minute, is this M3DA tow tractor. This is actually not my design. This is by Brick Meets Design. You can buy the instructions. I bought the instructions for like $1.99, and I've been sourcing through some parts. I had to order some like that. I've got to get there's a certain piece where that yellow and gray is. I've ordered, still waiting on them to come in. And then there's a attachment back here, and then there'll be a tow bar. But it's a very cool, it's a very interesting and kind of somewhat not really complicated, but kind of over designed a little bit in my opinion. But it is very good once all is said and done. But I will try to put a link in the description to their website. Like I said, you can buy that for $1, and I'm still getting parts in and sourcing stuff. But on to the actual main portion here. We got some more tiling done, including the USS Saratoga, the CV-60 that's on the front of the deck. It is now in place here. I have added some 32 by 16 or 16 by 32 base plates all around here and expanded. I also have spots in place now for where I'm going to be hopefully putting the jet blast. I have done some more ordinances. I redid this, get it all a little bit more yellow and less gray. Sorry. Got some more ordinances, different types of. These would, I guess, these be. I'm not sure what kind. I'll have to look these up. Brickmania, actually, this is not necessarily Brickmania, but I've seen several designs for those, so I've built some. Got both rocket pods now complete. But actually, a lot of the big work has been done, as I've got it's just a little crooked here. I have got the big mast up, which still is not 100% done. But we've got the other radar down here, or up here. We've got the two long extensions, as I call them, for the mast. We got the flag waving. I've still got to have a platform up here, and then there will be some more stuff down here. Also, we have some more work on the interior. However, first off, I'll go over here. This section is part of more of a lookout area. There is also a red and green light, which will be lit up here shortly. I've got some lights coming in for that, so they will be lighting up. This section is basically, and all this colored stuff obviously you're not going to see. This part of this will end around here, because I'm going to have the battery box here, and then the wires running through, and then I'll have it just like this where I can lift off. This section you're really not going to see unless I remove the roof, because there's not going to be any glassed in. But I'm going to have this all whited in, or whited with white bricks to make the walls, and these are just going to be like some crew quarters. I'm going to have the desk for the admiral's office down there, and then on the second there will be a second level, and this will be the briefing room for the pilots. I'll have this little podium, I'll have a mic, and then I'll have some chairs set up, and maybe a helmet rack on the side. But so yeah, I've started there. Like I said, this is very sturdy. It's using some different colored bricks, panels, and big thick chunk of brick, so that ain't going anywhere. But I do have that done. Really, the majority of the work has been the mast and getting some more tiling in. There's a little bit of tiling back here by the A6. You can also see I've got some more crew members in. I got all the purple uniforms in now. Some actually fell over. I need to fix that. But yeah, and there's the red and green there, just like down here. And eventually, I'm probably gonna have this lit up too. But maybe it'll be a little more tricky. But I'll have lights. They should be in tomorrow, so that'll be a plus. But yeah, that's really a lot of the work has been the tiling. I've got another 114 on the way, so when I get them, I'm gonna fill in this spot. I'm gonna start up here and work up, and then I'll worry about tying in this section. I really want to get the front of this done. Turn my light off for just a second so y'all can see the lighting. But yeah, I finally got all this, the snap-on toolbox I have. I got it all fixed. All same color drawers and stuff. Also, one of the other things I have done, which y'all haven't seen, is I've got some Sailor minifigs in here now. Different ones. This is the only torso I have of this right now. I have some plain white ones. What a piece of hair. That's not really good. I'll have to sweep and dust there. Anyway, but yeah, I've got those in. Oh, and I got some different colored Mark 82s, some cluster bombs and different dark green, some sand green kind of colors. I need to straighten this out a little bit more so I can do some pictures. I also have a Flickr if you want to check it out. I post some things on there as well. The other day I posted Iron Hand Duty with the AA6 and another one with the F4, and I had switched out the armaments, the ordnances on those, and have all Shrikes on them. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, the majority of it has been the tiling, which honestly guys, the tiling takes the most of the time because I have to find my stuff, and if I don't have enough, then I've had to order some, and then just sitting there and putting them in place is really the big headache, because it's just a lot of tiling. And like I said, I've still got all this to the side back there yet, and that's a long way to go there, but it's looking really good. And like I said, I started this in March, and it was just a big gray base plate, and that was it, and it's come this far, and it's still, we're probably at 28, maybe 28, 20, maybe not even quite 28%, but it's looking a lot better, and I'm really happy with it, and I really am grateful for the support and the feedback. It's really appreciated. But yeah, that's, like I said, that's the majority of the work has been the tiling and then that mast, which I'm really happy with. Actually, the mast comes off. I have it split so I can take it off in sections when I transport this, but it does have, I don't have any spares, but it has the Technic axles, the X-axle beams going through it, some just to help with the rigidness and support, because it has fallen over a couple times without those beams, and it still will fall over if you're not careful, but it is a lot more sturdy. Same, like I said, down here I use a lot of those little panel pieces to help structure the support, and then I just built this up basically the big chunk of a block. Now this down here is just basically the panel pieces. But yeah, and then I've got the missile launcher. I can't think of the name on top of my head. Missile launchers, which weren't technically added till after Vietnam, but kind of wanted to have it there because eventually I got it because USS Saratoga was a Forrestal class, and it served about a year and a half in Vietnam. It served most of its time in the Mediterranean, so it also housed up until I think the early 2000s, and then they mothballed it. But it also had the F-14s, F-18s. So eventually I want to keep it in the Vietnam livery for a good while, but the Vietnam air, but eventually I'm going to upgrade it so that I can have F-14s and stuff on here. But yeah, so yeah, and the good thing is the Sea King, a lot of these aircraft were still around up until like the 80s and 90s, so but yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it for this update. Like I said, a lot of it's been on the tiling and the mast, which I'm very happy with that mast. Something else why I have you all here, I also have this vintage 1970s Vietnam War map that even highlights the Gulf of Tonkin and the U.S. 7th Fleet, which is what the USS Saratoga would have been a part of. On the back side of it has a lot of more facts, but I really wanted to display it on this side, so I framed it in this side. But it gives the major roads and routes and the U.S. Marine landings in 1965, major bombing routes and stuff. So it's a really cool little history. And I also have this starting to be done, which is this just side project. Basically, U.S. Marines hitting a Viet Cong hut located next to a SAM, and then this lights up, machine gun fire. Let me see if I can't turn it on here. It looks better in the dark. And all my lighting, by the way, comes from Brick Stuff Lights, including this. So if you want lights, you can check them out. I highly recommend them. I've only ever used 2 light brands before. One was Lifelight and Brick Stuff, and I highly recommend Brick Stuff over Lifelights. I think they have more components, more things. The plug and play, basically just plugging them in is a lot easier. It's a lot easier to hide the wires because they're a little bit smaller than the Lifelight ones. And they do have, and that Brick Stuff does sell an adapter for Lifelights and Power Function, Lego's light brand. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Like I said, got some more progress slowly, hopefully coming on the way. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a shorter video, but like I said, most of the progress has been on the tiling. So see you all in the next one. Bye for now.